Hi, so it's Mrs. Monroe again. Yay, the moment you've all been waiting for. Chapter 2, Vocabulary. Again, stop the video every time a new slide comes up so you can write stuff down, and then push play again so you can hear my little spiel about the word. Alright, here we go. The first word is accost. It's a verb. Okay, so it's something that you do. It means approach and speaking to first, confront in a challenging or aggressive way. Okay, so you can accost someone or someone can accost you. For example, the nobleman was accosted by beggars on his way to the castle. It's like being approached in an aggressive way, just not like a friendly way, but kind of like they want to fight with you or steal something from you. So, to accost. Animadversion, it is a noun, and it means a comment indicating strong criticism or disapproval. So, remember that, it's going to keep popping up. So, it's, for example, the inexperienced filmmaker was disheartened by the animadversion of the film critic. So, it's a nasty comment. It's like a critical, nasty comment someone makes. Avid. It's an adjective, and it means desirous of something to the point of greed, intensely eager, like avarice. That's the root here. So avid, it's like an avid listener, somebody who wants to listen all the time, right? Most writers are also avid readers who have loved books since childhood. Most often you're going to get the noun after this word, right? Like this word is describing the noun that comes right after it. So an avid listener or an avid reader or an avid runner. Okay, so it's somebody who does something so much, right? They're intensely eager about doing it. Brackish, it's an adjective, and it means having a salty taste and unpleasant to drink. This is almost always going to be negative, right? You don't want to drink anything brackish. It's always going to be describing a liquid. Most often, like I said, it's water, okay? The shipwrecked passengers adrift on the lifeboat became ill after drinking brackish water. Celerity, it's a noun. It means swiftness, rapidity of motion or action. So, for example, although the heavy snowfall was not expected, the highway department responded with surprising celerity. So it's doing something very quickly. It's like springing to action very fast. You want like a fire department who's known for their celerity. Devious. It's an adjective, straying or wandering from the straight or direct course, done or acting in a shifty or underhanded way, like shifty. Most often, devious you see like connected with villains or criminals. It's like being sneaky, right? But it's not like being sneaky for a good purpose. It's being sneaky because you're up to something bad. So, for example, the interrogator used devious methods to try to get the suspect to incriminate himself. Okay, so again, it's like doing something sneaky. And it's an adjective, so it's describing a person's behavior. 7, gambit. In chess, an opening move that involves risk or sacrifice of a minor piece or player to later gain advantage. An opening move of this type. Also the name of an X-Men. So it's a noun. It's basically a ploy, right? It's a maneuver to get ahead. So, for example, asking an interesting stranger about his or her job is a popular party gambit, right? So it's like a maneuver to get ahead in meeting somebody. It's also like a risk. You could think of it like a risky maneuver. Halcyon. Halcyon is a noun and an adjective. You have to be aware that it comes in both things there. As the noun form, it's a legendary bird, right? This like beautiful legendary bird. In the adjective form, it is relating to the halcyon. It's calm, peaceful, happy. So you would describe like the scene as halcyon, right? So for example, this is as the noun. The teacher read the legend of the halcyon, a mythic bird that nested in the calm sea. Or as an adjective, the woman often spoke of the halcyon days of her childhood. Calm, beautiful, okay? Histrionic, is an adjective, and it means pertaining to actors and their techniques, theatrical, artificial, or melodramatic. Basically, if someone is histrionic, they're very dramatic, okay? Upon receiving his award, the young actor gave a histrionic speech. So it's like somebody who's like super dramatic, too much emotion into something. Incendiary, it is an adjective and a noun, so just be aware of that when it comes time to use them in sentences. As the adjective, it means deliberately or setting of fires, or causing fires, designed to start fires. So like an incendiary bomb. The bomb is meant to start fires. In the noun form, it is one who deliberately sets fires. So it's like a person who sets these fires. So, for example, in the adjective form, it is the arsonist planted an incendiary device in the basement of the store. In the adjective, or in the noun form, the radical incendiary was sentenced to life imprisonment. Myopic. It is an adjective, and it means nearsighted, lacking in broad, realistic view of the situation, lacking forthright or discernment. So a lot of times you would describe people who can't like see the big picture as myopic. They're nearsighted, right? So like a little kid would be myopic because they don't really understand what's going on in the world around them. Another example, the myopic foreign policy of the last administration has led to serious problems with our allies. So myopic, again, is just somebody who doesn't see the future, who doesn't see even like the big picture of the situation. They're too concerned with what's going on right in front of them. And it's an adjective, so you describe a person as myopic. It's usually a negative thing. Maelstrom. Mail is at the beginning of this word, so you get the feel that that's the root for like something negative, right? So it is a noun, a whirlpool of great size and violence, a situation resembling a whirlpool in violence or destruction. So you would not want to be caught in a maelstrom. It's, for example, many innocent people caught in the maelstrom of the revolution lost their lives and property. The maelstrom going on in the hallway made it difficult to get to class on time. Overt. It is an adjective, so it describes behavior. Open, not hidden, expressed or revealed in a way that is easily recognized. And it's an adjective, again, so it describes. So you would not want to be an overt cheater because you're cheating really obviously, okay? In order for Congress to declare war, the president must demonstrate an overt threat. So the threat is open and not hidden. Pejorative. It's an adjective, and it means tending to make worse, expressing disapproval. So the lawyer was accused of making a pejorative remark when referring to the defendant's background. So pejorative means tending to make worse, right? The difference between that and animadversion is like a criticism, like a comment that's a nasty criticism, where pejorative is more about kind of like making a situation worse, and it's more about disapproving of something, not really necessarily like a criticism of how good something was or was not. Propriety, it's a noun. It's the state of being proper, right? That's like kind of in the word. And this is a good thing. You would like to be known for your propriety, right? For example, the social worker questioned the propriety of the police's request to see confidential records. So it's like the act or the state of being proper. Sacrilege, it's a noun, obviously a negative thing. It's improper or disrespectful treatment of something held sacred. So you're going to often hear this connected to churches or cemeteries, places that are sacred that people treat poorly. The anthropologist was accused of committing a sacrilege when she disturbed the burial ground. See, again, we're talking about a cemetery there. Oh, and it's not going to be a verb. Just keep that in mind. You don't sacrileging. Okay, it's the act of doing something is sacrilege. Summarily, without delay or formality, briefly or concisely, like you're writing a summary, it's very brief. It's describing a behavior because it's an adverb. Okay, so as soon as there was evidence of criminal wrongdoing, the official was summarily ousted from his post. So it's like doing something very concisely, like not messing around about it. Be aware of the difference between this one and celerity. Celerity is a noun, and this one is an adverb. Okay, you cannot flip-flop them. Supplants. It's an adjective and a noun. Be aware of that. Supplant means asking humbly or earnestly, or one who makes a request humbly or earnestly. Don't get confused there, right? So he made a suppliant address to the parole board, right? That's being used as an adjective. 19, almost done. Talisman, it is a noun, right? It's an object that serves as a charm and is believed to confer magic powers. Okay, so most people do not believe the rabbit's feet and other talisman bring good luck. It's an object that's like a charm, a magical thing. And finally, undulate. Undulate. It is not undulate. Okay, it is a verb. And it means it moves in waves or a wave-like motion. So, for example, the baseball fans began to undulate as they cheered. So they appeared to move in a wave, right? It's like a wave-like pattern. And it is moving in a wave-like pattern. So it's undulated, undulating, undulates, okay? All right, that was the fun-filled magic that is Chapter 2. I'll see you in class.